Hello, Your Honor. Thank you, everyone else, for being here. Today, we are here to discuss Hazelwood versus Cormier. Hazelwood East High School, whose principal is Robert Reynolds in St. Louis, Missouri. There was a free speech issue that was happening here, and a lower court ruling led up to here to the Supreme Court, and so what happened here is the students at Hazelwood East High School have a school newspaper that they write for the entire school, which was named The Spectrum. It is a place where these students can come together and they can address these issues that are happening at school. These issues this time were pregnancy within the school and divorce with the parents. And Cormier and her news reporting friends reported on these things. They took the time to do it. They interviewed multiple people about it, and they wrote their stories. They put it in, and they did not think about it much for a couple of months because they did not need to, because they had trust in their school district to not silence them for using their free speech, which they are allowed to do on school grounds. But what the principal, Reynolds, did is he saw these and he thought that they were too inappropriate for the younger audience at the school. Now, that it doesn't matter who is reading it, it is a form of free speech and should not be silenced. The school does pay for majority of the newspapers, and they are also responsible for distributing them. But when he reported them as inappropriate or not appropriate for school grounds, that is a violation of their First Amendment rights of free speech and freedom of expression. The school does have some authority, but they do not have the authority to bend the Constitution. And they never have been. And that's why we are here today, because Reynolds thought that he was above the law. And I am here to defend Cormier from this case, to protect our students' right to free speech. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me, and that is our side of the story. Thank you for letting me respond, Judge. I agree with some of your points, but I don't. I understand that you guys have paid for these newspapers to be printed, distributed, written, and all of that. But there is something much bigger at stake here than just these students' opinions. And if you were to silence these kids for expressing how they feel, especially about their own school and their own community that they live in, that they should definitely be able to talk about, if you silence them and this court ruling doesn't go our way, then this will have a domino effect on the rest of the world, on the rest of the country, really. The reason for that is if you silence these kids, that's going to make other school districts think, you know what, I think we should do that as well. And then more kids are getting silenced. More kids are not having their opinions heard, which is a very big deal. And then when those schools start talking to other schools about it, let's not let them talk about what they want to talk about. Then there's going to be companies that are like, if they're doing it in the schools, well, it's going to go up the ladder first. It's going to start at this high school level, then it's going to go to college, and then if the colleges are doing it, then the people that own businesses, they're going to be like, well, why don't we do that too? You can't talk about the company bad, which you should definitely be able to do, because that is our constitutional right. It will be a very bad domino effect if these kids are silenced today. It is a very big issue. And also, what is the passion behind silencing these kids? What are you trying to get at? Are you above the law? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that you have so much authority in your school that you can violate their First Amendment rights, please, everyone here, please consider the possibilities and the dangers of this. And think about your families. Think about if your kid went to school and he was experiencing a lot of things. A lot of his friends were experiencing a lot of negative things, and they had the opportunity to speak up on it. But the principal of that school silences them from expressing how they feel and expressing how they feel the school is ran or whatever. It is it is a very big danger to American society. Please take into consideration your own families and everyone involved. Take into account these kids that are already involved. Please, please, please. Thank you, everyone, for your time. Thank you, Your Honor, and have a blessed day.